Hello, welcome back to my channel. Please like, share and subscribe. Now in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful dress. Yeah, it's a dress that has a slit on the back that is U-shaped around the neck. Now for the measurements, I'm going to make a dress that has a chest of 40 inches, that measures 40 inches, and the length is going to be 54 inches. Yes. Now I'm going to begin by working on the front panel for the chest, and then later on also work on the back panel. Now this is going to be from the neck up to around 9 inches long. For the materials, I'm going to be using this very light purple. It's a nice color and a 4mm hook. This is a medium weight yarn. I'm also going to be using a tape measure. Now to begin with, we're going to make a chain of 77. So begin by making your slip knot. And go ahead and chain and make 77 chains. Now I already have my 77 chains. I'm going to go ahead and measure to make sure that it measures up to 20 inches. Remember, 40 inches divided by 2, you get 20. So it has to be 20 for the front and 20 for the back. Now, once you're done, you're going to define the middle of the front. Remember, I want to create a U shape. You're going to add 3 more chains, and this is going to count as a double crochet. 1 double crochet, chain 2, and skip 2 chain spaces. In the next, you're going to put 2 double crochets. That is 1 and 2. Chain 2, skip 2 spaces, and make 2 double crochet in the next 2 chain spaces. This is what you're going to repeat until you have worked around 26 chain spaces. Now I'm done with mine, and they have given me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shells. So this is for one side of the shoulder. So that means on the other side, we are We are also going to work around 26 chain spaces. And now for the next row, you're going to turn your work and make a foundation stitch. So instead of a chain, I'm using a foundation double crochet stitch. Make double crochets in each space until the end of the row. So now we're at the end of the row. You're going to turn your work and make a foundation stitch by making a single crochet and another single crochet in the back loop of that very stitch. Then double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 spaces, and then in the next 2 double crochet space make 2 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2 spaces, and double crochet 2. You keep doing this until the end of the row. So you're going to keep repeating row 1 and 2 until you have 6 rows. I'm done with my rows, and this is how the work looks like. And my work is measuring around 3.5 inches. You can extend it if you want the neck to be longer. But as for me, that's how long I want it. So you're going to go ahead and cut off the remaining yarn and work on the other part of the shoulder. So I'm going to call this side A. Now we are going to work on side B. This is going to be worked around the same way that we did side A. So I'm going to count 24 chains, and where they end is where I'm going to begin working on side B of the front. So those are 24. Now I'm going to work in the next chain space after counting 24 and attach my yarn. Make a slip knot, then chain 3. In the next space, I'm going to work a double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chain spaces, And in the next chain space, I'm going to put a double crochet and another double crochet to make 2. Chain 2 and skip 2 chain spaces, 2 double crochet like we did on the other part. So guys, this is what we're going to keep doing until the end of the row, and work up 6 rows like you did on side A. I'm going to go ahead and work mine, then I'll meet you up once I'm done. I'm done with my rows. We are going to expand the front panel by working in the foundation chain. We want to expand this until it gets up to 9 inches. So attach your yarn, make a slip knot and chain 3. So for this row, we are going to work around with double crochets all around. We are repeating the same pattern as we have been working a row of double crochet and a row that has shells. I'm going to continue and work my rows, then I'll meet you up once I'm done. I'm already done, and this is how my work looks like. So I've already completed the back panel as well, and as you can see, we are going to attach the 2 parts together. So you want to make sure that your rows have the right measurement for the armhole length. The 9 inches that we are measuring are for the armhole length. Now, I do not want my dress to have, I didn't want to make a whole front panel from neck to bottom because I didn't want it to have joined parts in the sides. So you're going to make sure that you're working from the right side of the dress, not on the wrong side. So find your right side of the dress. You can identify from the first row. So we want to work from the outside or the right side of the dress, not the wrong side of the dress. Now we are going to join the 2 sides. Attach your hook and make a slip stitch. So you're going to identify the top of the first double crochet, set your hook and make a slip stitch, and then cut off the remaining yarn. Go on the other side and you do the same thing. Now I have this extra yarn that I had, and it's the one I'm going to work around with. So this is what we have, and the space that we have here is going to be the arm. So far, this is what we have. So we are going to work our dress downwards. And this is how it looks like so far. For the next part, you're going to identify the middle of the back panel, of the back side. So I'm going to count the number of shells that I have and divide that by 2. So I'm going to count 38 stitches, and that's going to be my middle. And from there is where I'll start from. I want this to be the middle. Remember, I want the dress to have a slit at the back. So that's why we are beginning from the back and in its middle. Insert your hook and attach yarn. Then you're going to chain 3. Since we ended with a row of double crochets, now we are going to have a row that has shells. So in the next space, make a double crochet and make sure that the shells are in the same line. So chain 2 and then you skip 2 spaces. In the next 2 spaces, you make 2 double crochets. It is the same pattern as we have been doing before. You're going to repeat this until you come to the end of the row. I'm here at the end of the row. Make sure that you end with a chain 2. On top of the chain 3, you're going to make a slip stitch. And chain 3. So that is the end of the row. Double crochet in every space until the end of the row. You're going to repeat the pattern up until you have the length that you want. I want mine to be up to the knee because that's where I want the slit to begin from. Make your rows. We'll meet up again once you're done. Here I am with my rows. I'm going to show you how to create the slit. You're not going to join the 2 rows. Rather, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work. Double crochet in the next space, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet spaces, and double crochet 2 in the next 2 spaces. You're going to repeat this until the end of the row. Again, we are repeating this pattern. We're repeating the same pattern, except that we won't be joining the 2 rows. When you reach the end of the row, you simply chain 3 and turn your work. This is what I'm going to do until my dress gets to 54 inches long. And now to work on the arms. As you can see, I've already worked around the other part of the arm. I've already completed it. So I'm going to show you how to work on the other side of the arm. So we are going to begin by joining the 2 sides of the shoulder. So this is our neck. We're going to first join the 2 sides of the shoulder. Then after, we work around the armhole. So this is the right side of the dress. So what you're going to do is turn your dress inside out. So you must join the 2 sides from the inside. Okay? So I don't want to turn the whole dress. So I'll simply do like this. I'm only turning the shoulder. And then so we are joining from this side of the armhole, not from the neck. This is how I'm joining mine. You can begin from the neck side if you want. So I'm going to turn the work. I left some extra yarn from this side when I was working around the neck. So it's what I'm going to work around with. Okay. However, you can use a turning needle. Simply insert the thread and join the two sides. But I prefer to use a hook instead. So I'm going to join the two sides using a slip stitch. And I like to work in one loop from both sides. So in this back loop, I'm going to insert the hook. Then also on the other side, I go into one loop. Actually, there's only one, because then go through two. I'm going to insert the hook in one loop or in the last loop, then go into the other loop of the other part, pull through, then go, pull through, then go through the other loop on the hook to make a slip stitch. So insert your hook in one loop, go on to the other side, pull through. Now for this part, if you want, you can use a single crochet stitch. So it depends on what you want. So I'm almost coming to the end. This is the second last. So this was the chain one. Actually, not the chain one. This is the last stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and work in that as well. Then close off with the chain one. Then I'll cut off my yarn. And this is how it looks like. So turn your work again to the front. Actually, not to the front, but turn it out because we've been working from inside, so you turn the work out. Okay, and this is how it looks like. I like to work in the back loop because of the effect this effect created. It looks beautiful. Okay, now that we are done, we are going to begin designing or shaping the arm. So we are going to work around the arm from under the armpit hole space. So you're going to insert your hook and attach the yarn. Don't leave very short thread. So you leave enough yarn that you can work around with. So we are going to chain 3. This first one doesn't count as a chain. So I'm done with the 3 chains. We are going to increase a little bit. Now I wanted to make my arm really big, but then I noticed that the yarn would not be enough, so I decided to make it medium. So we are going to increase by adding one double crochet so we are going to, after chaining 3, double crochet in that chain space, then go into the next space. Now we are going to be working in these spaces that you see where we had a double crochet, so we must make sure that we go into 2 spaces of each double crochet. So 1 2 1 2, like that all around. That's where we are going to be working. So going to the next space, work in with 2 double crochets to create an increase. I want the arm to be baggy. Now if you want it to be very big, you can do 3 double crochets in one space, or 4 or 5, but I'd recommend 4. So this is what we are going to keep doing until we come to the end of the row. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. So far this is how our work looks like. So you're going to go ahead and do this, then I'll meet you up once you're at the end of the row and show you what to do next. Now we are at the end of our row. We are going to do 2 double crochets in this last space. Remember, we already worked in the first one, since we're working 2 in each 1 double crochet. So we already worked in the first one, so this is the last one. You're going to end your row with a slip stitch on top of the chain 3. then chain 3. We are not going to increase anymore, so in the next space work a double crochet, repeat until you come to the end of the row. So when you come to the end of the row, still you end with a slip stitch, then keep doing the same thing for about 4 rows. That's the number of rows that I did. Then I'll come back to show you how I ended off. So keep working your rows. I'll meet you up when you're done to show you what I did in my last row to end. Now to finish off, you're going to chain 2 single crochet in the next space, then make 7 single crochets, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and 7 single crochets. Repeat this until the end of the row. I didn't shoot for the finishing of the neck, but if you want to work around it, you're just going to put single crochets. Just work 1 row of single crochets around and you'll have it done. Thanks for watching. I appreciate every single subscription, like, and share.